The reality TV world is in shambles following an unexpected scandal involving Kirk Frost from Love and Hip Hop. Known for his unpredictable behavior, Kirk has reportedly crossed a line that shocked even those closest to him. According to explosive new claims, Kirk completely lost control on set after watching a private video featuring his wife, Rasheeda, and fellow cast member Yong Jock. The video, described as intimate and inappropriate, triggered an emotional meltdown in front of the entire production crew. One minute Kirk was calm, the next he was storming across the set, yelling accusations at everyone in sight. The cast is now divided, and behind the scenes, tempers are flaring like never before. It all began with whispers on set, the kind that grow louder until they can't be ignored. Kirk had been unusually quiet for weeks, barely making eye contact with anyone, especially Rasheeda or Yong Jock. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife, with crew members exchanging nervous glances during shoots while cast members tiptoed around Kirk, unsure which version of him they'd encounter. Everything finally exploded one Tuesday afternoon during what should have been routine filming. Kirk arrived late, his eyes heavy with a brewing storm. He wasn't talking or joking, just watching, his gaze locked on Rasheeda from across the room. She immediately sensed something was wrong, but couldn't have predicted what was coming. Sources say Kirk had been given a flash drive 2 nights earlier. Some claim it was from a recently fired crew member, while others believe it was slipped under his dressing room door. What matters is what was on it, a video file simply titled "Play Me." Kirk did, and what he saw reportedly sent him into emotional freefall. According to insiders, the footage showed Rasheeda and Yong Jock in a hotel room. It wasn't professionally shot, more like shaky phone camera footage. While not explicitly sexual, it showed enough to destroy trust. The two laughing and drinking together, sitting too close, with Jock's hand on Rasheeda's leg, talking like no one was watching. When Kirk exploded on set, cameras were rolling and the sound team caught every word. He slammed a chair into the wall and shouted, "So this is what you all been doing behind my back?" Rasheeda froze while Jock stepped forward, trying to calm things down, but Kirk wasn't having it. "Don't walk up on me," Kirk warned, eyes locked with fury. Jock hesitated, saying, "Kirk, man, you got it all wrong." But Kirk cut him off. "Nah, I saw it. Both of y'all laughing it up, drinking like y'all ain't got nothing to hide, her legs all over you like it's a damn date night." His voice cracked with not just anger, but heartbreak, betrayal, and confusion. Rasheeda's voice trembled as she stepped toward him. "You don't know the whole story, Kirk," she said quietly. "That video ain't what it looks like." "Then tell me what it is," Kirk fired back. "'Cause from where I'm standing, it looks like you forgot you were married." When producers tried to stop filming, Kirk pushed past them. "Nah, don't cut nothing, let the world see this. Let them see what happens when you trust the wrong people." The aftermath was immediate. Someone leaked a blurry still image from the alleged video, just enough to fuel speculation. Fans flooded social media with hashtags like "Rasheeda betrayed Kirk" and "Jocknu exposed," picking sides before knowing the full story. Later that evening, Kirk sat alone in a private green room, head in his hands. When a producer entered, trying to get a statement, Kirk looked up with red eyes and whispered, "How long you think she's been lying to me?" Meanwhile, Rasheeda refused to leave her car outside, demanding to see exactly what Kirk had seen. "If he saw something, then let me see it too," she snapped at a staffer. But no one had the drive. Kirk hadn't shown it to anyone else. Yong Jock attempted damage control, insisting to a producer, "Man, that night was just after a club appearance. We were all staying at the same hotel. She came by for like 10 minutes, we talked, that's it." But with the image already circulating online, perception had become reality. Mint, who had stayed on the sidelines until now, finally spoke up during a confessional. "Kirk been through a lot, but this right here, I can't blame him for snapping. If it was me and I saw my wife all cozy with another man, even if it was innocent, I'd lose my mind too." The show's private group chat erupted into chaos after Kirk's outburst. Some cast members sided with Rasheeda, claiming Kirk was overreacting, while others backed Kirk, saying he had every right to feel betrayed. Meanie chimed in with a voice of reason. "Y'all need to chill. Remember, cameras don't always tell the full truth. We've all been edited dirty." But Kirk wasn't thinking about editing, he was thinking about trust, loyalty, and the years he'd invested in his marriage only to be blindsided by a few minutes of shaky footage. He hadn't even confronted Rasheeda in private. It all happened publicly, in front of cameras, friends, and strangers. Now, he didn't know how to take any of it back. Just when things seemed to be calming down, someone mentioned that Rashida hadn't gone home the previous night. Kirk's head snapped up. Where'd she go then? No one had an answer, but the implication hung in the air. Kirk grabbed his jacket and stormed out without another word. Outside, Rashida sat in her car trying to collect her thoughts. Her mind raced through everything, every moment with Kirk, every interaction with Jock, and the sudden eruption of chaos. Was it really just a misunderstanding? Could their relationship be salvaged? The reality hit her like a ton of bricks. Kirk had seen that video, and once something was out in the open like that, could it ever truly be erased? Back inside, whispers grew louder as the cast and crew speculated. Did Kirk really think they were, together? One crew member asked nervously. Is there something we didn't know about? Another responded. Producers called an emergency meeting to handle damage control, but who would take the lead? Would it be Rasheeda, Jock, or was it up to Kirk to own up to his explosive reaction? Rasheeda finally gathered enough courage to call Kirk. Her hands shook as she dialed his number. When he finally picked up, his voice was strained. "Kirk, listen to me," Rasheeda started, her voice cracking. "I never meant to hurt you." That night. "Don't talk to me about that night, Rasheeda," Kirk interrupted, barely above a whisper, anger still palpable. "You want to tell me nothing happened? You want to tell me I'm crazy for thinking something was off? I saw it with my own eyes. Don't act like I'm the fool here." Rasheeda took a deep breath. "I wasn't hiding anything, Kirk. You need to understand. Understand that I married you, that I gave everything to this relationship, and you go behind my back cozying up with my friend? What was I supposed to think? That's the part you don't get. You just want to play it off like it's nothing." The line went dead. Rasheeda sank into her seat, staring out the window, her heart racing. The silence after that phone call was deafening. Kirk's mind was made up. The trust between them had been shattered. Meanwhile, Jock was trying to lay low and avoid the media frenzy. He knew one wrong move could end his career, but despite his efforts, rumors and accusations kept growing. Fans picked sides. Some defended Jock, others accused him of betraying Kirk in the worst possible way. Then came a call that changed everything. "Yo, Kirk, man up to Kirk. Men up to Kirk. Yo, Kirk, man up to Kirk. Men up to Kirk" was unexpected. "Yo, Kirk, man 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 up to Kirk" was unexpected. Yo, Men's texted. "I know this situation sucks, but you can't keep running from it. You got to talk to her. She's your wife. And Jock, I've known him long enough to tell you that he wouldn't do anything to cross that line." Kirk's emotions were still running high, but Men's words hit him differently. Maybe he wasn't seeing the whole picture. Maybe he'd been too quick to judge. But with his pride on the line, could he really go back and admit he might have made a mistake? The truth was, Kirk didn't know. His life, his marriage, his reputation, everything was hanging by a thread that grew thinner with each passing second. The producers knew the situation had reached a boiling point. If they didn't act fast, the show could collapse under the weight of this scandal. But how could they move forward when the stars themselves were in such disarray? Meanwhile, Rasheeda and Jock kept their distance from each other, not because they didn't care, but because they understood how damaging their connection could be for both of them. Neither wanted to fan the flames, but the media didn't give them a choice. Headlines began appearing across every gossip site. "Rasheeda caught on camera with Yong Jock in compromising position," one screamed. Another asked, did Kirk Frost's outburst have anything to do with Rasheeda's infidelity? The comment sections became war zones, with fans from both sides hurling accusations and defenses. As days passed, the tension between Kirk and Rashida reached a boiling point. The media frenzy showed no signs of slowing, and every headline made things worse. Belle felt the toll of constant rumors and accusations, yet neither was willing to back down. Kirk, still reeling from the video, tried to focus on his family, but each new headline about Rashida reignited his anger. After a particularly heated argument, he stormed out of the house, needing space to clear his head. As he drove aimlessly through the city, Kirk realized it wasn't just the video eating away at him. It was years of unresolved issues between them, moments of neglect, times they drifted apart, all building up and now spilling over. While Rashida sat alone at home, her phone silent beside her. She had tried calling Kirk repeatedly, but he hadn't answered. Just as she was about to give up, her phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. She hesitated before opening it, wondering who would text her at this hour. The message contained a video titled, "Rashida's Secret Deal Exposed." With shaking hands, she clicked play and was shocked by what she saw. Footage of her meeting with a representative from another network discussing her potential future on a new reality show. "Rashida, we can offer you more money, more screen time," the producer said in the video. "You deserve to be in the spotlight. We can make you the star you've always been meant to be." Her heart sank as she realized what this meant. She'd kept this meeting secret from Kirk, exploring her options because she'd wondered if her time on the show was ending. The drama, fighting, and constant pressure had become too much. Now, seeing this video, she knew the trust between her and Kirk was shattered beyond repair. Meanwhile, Kirk received a call from Menk again. "I'm losing it, man," Kirk admitted, his voice low. "This whole thing with Rashida is tearing me apart, and now I'm seeing stuff online that I don't even know what to believe anymore." "You've got to stop letting these rumors control you," Minch replied firmly. "You've got to talk to Rasheeda. You can't fix anything by running away." "I don't know if I can trust her anymore," Kirk said, his voice cracking. "She's been hiding things from me, and I don't know where this all went wrong." "I get it," Mint said, his tone softening. "But you need to stop blaming her for everything. You're both in this together. Whatever happens, you've got to figure it out." When Kirk got home that night, Rashida was still awake, sitting in the living room looking lost in thought. He stood in the doorway watching her, both clearly affected by everything that had happened. "Kirk, we need to talk," she said quietly, breaking the silence between them. Kirk nodded and sat beside her. "I know, Rashida. I've been thinking a lot. I didn't mean for things to get this bad. I never wanted to hurt you," Rashida said. "But you've been keeping things from me. There's so much you haven't told me." "I didn't want to tell you, Kirk. I didn't want to add more fuel to the fire," Rashida admitted, her voice shaking. "But I was looking for a way out, a way to control my own future. This whole reality TV world, it's draining. I had to think about what was best for me." Kirk stared at her, the words sinking in. The thought of Rashida leaving the show, of them going separate ways, was something he hadn't prepared for. "So you were thinking about leaving?" he asked, barely above a whisper. Rashida nodded, tears welling up. "I don't know what else to do, Kirk. I can't keep pretending everything's fine when it's not. But I never wanted it to be like this." The weight of her words hit him hard. Was their marriage truly at the breaking point, or was this just another hurdle they could overcome? As they sat in silence, a knock interrupted them. Kirk opened the door to find Menk, who stepped inside without invitation, his expression serious. "What's going on, Kirk?" "I've been hearing all sorts of things," Menth said directly. Kirk sighed. "You know what's going on. This whole mess with Rashida, with the video, everything's falling apart." Menth looked at Rashida, whose eyes were downcast. "Rashida, are you okay? I know things have been crazy, but you can't let this destroy you. You've got to fight for what's yours." "I'm not sure if I can fight anymore," Rashida replied with a faint smile. "I've been fighting so long, but I don't know if I've been fighting for the right reasons." "Look, I get it. You're both hurting," Mint said, looking between them. "But you've got a choice here. You can let this tear you apart, or you can put in the work to fix it, but that takes both of you. You can't do it alone." As Mintz left, Kirk sat back down beside Rashida. For the first time in weeks, they both felt a glimmer of hope. "Maybe we can fix this," Kirk said quietly, taking Rashida's hand. "Maybe we just need to start over. Take things one step at a time." Rashida nodded, her eyes reflecting both hope and uncertainty. I don't know if we can, Kirk, but I'm willing to try for us, for our family. They sat in silence, the weight of their decision heavy on their shoulders. The media storm would continue, the headlines would keep coming, but for once, they weren't going to let it dictate their lives. They'd made a silent pact to fight for their marriage, to fight for each other. As days passed, they knew the road ahead would be long, but with each step, they were slowly finding their way back to each other. Whatever happened, however difficult the journey, they were ready to face it together, as a family.